Alright, hey everyone. So glad to be back here again with Wendy, my favorite person. So I did see, I think, I did look a little bit of it up, because I was confused at the end of last time. I think there's something here that I missed. Maybe. Okay, everything here has check marks, though. Oh, whoops. Okay, was I wrong? Maybe it's at actually the other place. Oh no, not the dressing room, sorry. Let me go to the other studio. Oh, is there something here? Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer? Okay, I don't think there's anything to examine. Let's just go back here. Okay, here's the producer again. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hey, bitch! Listen! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently? Oh my god, she's weird. Okay, let's talk to her real quick. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh! I'm listening to the clouds as well. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Is she gonna say anything? Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick! She did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it! Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Okay. So how about examining then? Okay, I think here's where I get something. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Yeah, that's been established like 5 different times. Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Okay. Well, let's go for a drive. Okay, I think she said this before. Okay, is that all? So they still aren't gonna make a note of this bent thing. That probably has to do with him actually dying here then. So can we move inside the trailer? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Okay, anything new in here? No? Oh, that one. Uh-huh. Okay. So there's nothing in here then. Okay, so... Wait a minute. Well, what am I supposed to do then? She's not saying anything. I still need proof for Wendy. That Hammer was in the costume. Okay. Do I need to go back and talk to Gumshoe? Is he still here? Oh, there he is. Oh, I didn't talk to him before? Wow, okay. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Uh-huh. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. Ooh! So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Okay, so now we got the plate. So, okay, on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Okay, that's good. So we're getting somewhere. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right! Okay, and we have the sleeping pill bottle back. Okay, I think that's exactly what we needed for, Old Bag. Okay, so... let me check. Okay, so we've got the plate with traces of pills, and we've got the pills that have Jack Hammer's fingerprints. I think that's good enough proof. Ask you about 5 years ago, and then she gets all pissed off. Okay. Yeah. Some kind of proof. Okay, I have proof. Oh. So, should I do the plate first? Okay, let's try. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Ha! I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. Here we go. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. You speechless? I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. Ooh. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia? What the hell? She silenced that paparazzi. Oh, shit. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Oh shit! Yeah, the bent fucking fence! Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? So this is from 5 years ago, yeah? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Holy shit. Why is she just holding on to this? How did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Okay. Wow, okay. So we can't talk to her anymore. Now what do we do with the picture? Maybe I need to talk to Will? No, wait, because this is from 5 years ago. I probably have to go talk to Vasquez again. Oh, can I show it to her? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, Oldbag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Yeah, I gathered that. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So, I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? On purpose? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence! Oh. Oh. Well, this went in an entirely different direction than I was expecting. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. I think I might be about to literally die. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Are we gonna get buried alive or something? Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Interesting. Alright, we're back in court. Court is now in session. Prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. She's a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. You dirty liar. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. Yeah, I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Okay. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. All right. Get ready to be pressed. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Okay, the meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. I will not. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Oh my god. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss, but I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction. So that was all. So I need proof that she didn't eat? Okay, I have the van now. Drive to Studio 1 after the meeting. This is the plate that was, Will's, right? Because it has the sleeping pills. And then here's the sleeping pills. Okay. Well, proof that she didn't eat the steak. I don't think I have that. No, none of this stuff is relevant right now. It has to be the van somewhere. I entered the trailer a little before noon. Began at 12 and ended at 4. Went to Studio 1 after. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Maybe present it here? No, that's not right. The music didn't stop. Oh wait, maybe it's right. What do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts the, oh, it was just some different, dialogue. What the hell? I don't know what it is about this game that feels like makes my brain turn into mush. Okay, I already pressed her on everything. Okay, let me, oops. Be a little more... Let me pay a little more attention. Okay, she went there by herself. She didn't go to the employee area. Uh-huh. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Yeah, and then he basically says to shut up. And when was that? I've forgotten. Between 4 and 5, yeah. I was fatigued. Okay. I know I already went through all this stuff, I'm trying to pay more attention. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. And what were you doing? Yeah. 15-minute break. Okay, so that doesn't get us anything. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. And no one else can attest to that except for Sal. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. But I don't. Steak plate? Why am I gonna present the steak plate? I had to look at this walkthrough again. But the steak plate was found in the employee area. And I thought that was supposed to be, Will's plate. Okay. Well, let's go back through then. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in front of the trailer. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yeah? Yet there were no bones left on the plates. Okay, then shouldn't I have got one of those plates? See, my brain isn't putting these together. The plates were bare. Okay, maybe I'm being, like, too literal. I don't know. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. I mean, it could have been a boneless steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator. What? I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai or picking on Salmonella? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. What the fuck? This is so weird. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Okay. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? This is... Oh, I think you could. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. Wow. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Well, yeah, at that very moment. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that, Wright. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey, Nick, look at the data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? I mean, it was like duct taped together. Wait! Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. Really? God damn it. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. How are we just changing so much information? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Oh my god, I can? A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Right. Maybe the van is the murder weapon. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this sphere broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the sphere. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. I think Edgeworth hates her. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I mean... no? Unless it was the van. Okay. Maybe. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Okay, I'm gonna try. Take that! Nick! Think about this some more. Please! How could that possibly have been the murder weapon? What the fuck? Okay, well it didn't penalize me. Okay, I don't have anything else. And I can't get out of this, so... I don't know. The monkey head? Probably not. The sleeping pills was found in the employee area. Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Jack Hammer is the one that's dead. Take that! Oh my god, why is this so confusing to me? Okay, it says pierced through the chest. If the spear wasn't the murder weapon, then the autopsy report should have been clear about what actually killed him, right? Okay, the damn steak bone? Oh my god. That? What? Oh. That's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Oh, are they trying to say that he was killed the same way as the other guy and just fell on the fence? What is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Okay. Has happened again. Alright, I get what they're going for, but... Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. Poetic. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Okay, well then they definitely, drove his body over there in the van. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? Yeah, the van, for sure. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Please show us how she carried the body. This is the van. This has got to be the van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Okay, well that one was obvious. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. I guess. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. Oh my god, she is crazy. I win? Everyone's like, what the fuck? So, what happens next? Don't question mark face me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? Didn't she just say that? Yeah, I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Uh-huh. Yeah? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? You did it. Testify again. I feel like we still need to hear from Sal again, don't we? Testify again? Maybe she says something else? Know when to give up. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. Like, all you said before was the truth? Jesus. You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers, a waste of time. Damn. To come so far, only to fail. Okay. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness. Oh, okay. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor! I didn't! I see, very well. What the hell? Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth... Okay. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. Wow, she sounds very unconcerned. If she just found him dead, you know. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her. Oh boy, here we go again. I was with Sal and Oldbag when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The assistant was there, too. Only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Keep pressing her fucking ass. God, she's getting on my damn nerves. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps, but no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. What? Poor Powers, what the hell? I suppose that explains that. Okay. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. What? Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady was quite agitated. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the steel samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. That's so suspicious. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. Excuse me. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Yeah, but you didn't know that until you got there. Who could think of rehearsing after that? What? That's stupid. Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? Yeah, a very shitty one. No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her fucking testimony. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal! He told me. Sal the director. You have to find something. Okay, alright. Let's see. Okay, let's double check what we have. Okay, that's the old photo, the sleeping pills. Okay, I was with Sal in Oldbag when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady was quite agitated. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Okay, that's it. So I'm supposed to present... Nope. This photo. Okay. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Oh, okay. I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Okay, I guess that kind of all makes sense. A little bit. Witness! Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Okay, maybe she wanted... I mean, he was in the Steel Samurai costume, so maybe she was thinking she was killing Will? Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Well, it could be this, right? I don't... Okay, that's about all I can think of. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom! His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. I mean... She had to have had something. Okay. What? Wait, I was supposed to pick the other thing? She had no motive? But now I can't get out of this, right? Does that mean I'm gonna fail? This is my proof. And this tells us why Ms. Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. The court requests that you find your marbles immediately. Oh my fucking god. Please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive. I'm supposed to say she had no motive? What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. Okay. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jackhammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah, Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Okay, that was in the past. Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. No, no! How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez! Winry. She really just knocked my phone off the desk. Oh, God. No! Please, please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. In the waiting lobby? I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. All of a sudden, he's there. That is all. This court is adjourned. God, finally! I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Show evidence? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Yes, of course. Whew, I'm not sure I wanted to go down that road. I actually don't know. Am I supposed to know? Because I think I'm just so confused after this whole thing. I have no idea what just happened. Congratulations, WP. Oh? Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Oh, about the fact that they're canceling the show. Nick! Edgeworth! Say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Ah, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. He is. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings! Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Rude! I'm just doing my job, man. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Oh? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess. So we're not finding out about him and Edgeworth? I thought it was gonna go into like a flashback. Nick, this is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Okay. Alright, I can't lie and say I'm not ready for that one to be over. Alright, so we finally finished that one. I don't know why that one felt like it took so long. I think because that was so convoluted. I mean, come on. I felt a little bit stupid sometimes, but some of those, you know, the evidence we were supposed to present and whatnot was like way out of left field, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it was very confusing. So I'm sure it's only going to get more confusing from here. It's still enjoyable. I still like it. I like the characters, and I like figuring out what's going on. I just want it to make sense, and it wasn't always making sense for me, that one. But hey, that's fine. Okay, so we finished that one up, and like I mentioned last time, I'm gonna try a different game, next time I record. I'm still not sure what, but we'll eventually come back to this. Aren't there 5 episodes in each game, right? So I have like 2 more episodes in this one. Okay, so it might take us a while, but we'll get through it. And then, of course, 2 more whole games of this after. Well, just more to look forward to. Thank y'all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, The Turnabout Samurai. And hope you enjoyed watching me play it, even if maybe I was confused a lot of the time. Whatever. Thanks, and I'll see y'all later for something different.